On September 23rd, 1972, I was arrested by Marcos. I had been in session until almost 10 o'clock. Then I had dinner with some friends at home, and we had just finished our dinner. I had changed into pajamas and gone into bed when I heard knocking at the door, and one of my daughters told me that there were some military men waiting for me downstairs. So I went downstairs, and I was told that I would have to go with them and accept their invitation. And I said, is it an invitation that I can refuse? And they said, no, you can't refuse it. So I said, let me see what your authority is. And they showed me a form in which Ponce Enrile signed ordering my arrest, but mine was only one of several names. The other names you could not tell from the form because of supposed involvement in an attempt to, quote, subvert the government, wittingly or unwittingly. Now, I couldn't, as a lawyer, I can't see how you can unwittingly try to subvert your own government. But anyway, I said, all right, I have your permission to get some clothing because this will probably take some time. And they said, certainly. And one last question that I asked of them was, the order of arrest made reference to a presidential decree called 1081, which I later found out was the decree which imposed martial law. And I asked the military, what is this 1081? And they said, well, we hope that you will shed light on it. And I said, how the hell can I? Well, I don't know what it is. No? Anyway, I got dressed and packed some clothes into a small bag and then went with the military. I asked if I could bring my car, and they said yes. So my car followed behind with a son, Michael. Then we went all the way up to Camp Crame, which is the Philippine Constabulary headquarters. And we went up to the gymnasium of Camp Crame. And there I saw, he was the first one to be arrested, Senator Ninoy Aquino. And I asked him what it was all about. And he told me that it seemed that Marcos had declared martial law. And he asked me if I wanted to go along with him to see General Fidel Ramos. And I went along with him. We saw General Ramos for a while. General Ramos could not elaborate on the presidential decree. Then the president of Ninoy's party, Senator Rojas, arrived, and he joined us. Then after a while, I went ahead to be interrogated. I asked the interrogators, they were military men. One of them became the head of the Judge Advocate General Service. And I asked him, what is the charge against me? If you tell me what the charge is, I will answer your questions. I have nothing to hide. But if you won't tell me what your charge is, then I won't answer any questions at all. Well, he couldn't tell me what the charge was against me, and so I didn't answer any questions. So from there, I went back to the gym. An hour or so later, Senator Aquino joined us. Then a lot of other people who were arrested came in at one time or another. There was this publisher of the Manila Times, Mr. Chino Roses. There was the publisher of the Philippine Free Press, Mr. Teddy Locsin. and there's several others, and we were then at about 9 o'clock in the morning or so transferred to the officers' quarters at Camp Crame. And then from there, in the afternoon of that day, we were transferred to the Fort Bonifacio. And we stayed there, I stayed there, for at least the next 2 years or so.